We're talking to Jose. How do I pronounce it correct?
Escamilla.
Escamilla. And Gary Richard Arnold just came into the room. He's going to be coming in just a moment. But Jose, we're talking about the stupidity that exists within the people. I mean, they don't see the death dumps that are coming down above them. They rarely look up, and when they do, they go up there and they're breathing this crap, this toxins, and you make movies.
Yes.
We're going to be making a movie together.
We're going to do it.
We're damn right. We're damn sure right.
We're going to do the ultimate 9/11 film.
We have Nueve Once El Gran Engaño, which is in Spanish. In fact, you go to Mexico City, our film, which we have for $24.95, they get it in Mexico City on the street for 10 pesos. It's about 90 cents. They're ripping us off. They're stealing. That's okay. It's our right. We've got to take this story and advance it further. Tell them what you're going to do.
For the 9/11 film?
Yes.
We're going to make the ultimate 9/11 movie. The way I like to do films is outside the box, okay? Everyone's doing about thermite explosions and hologram airplanes and, you know, all the stuff that everybody else is doing. We're not going to do that. We're going to do we're going to present 9/11 the way it should have been presented a long time ago.
No, not we're going to do, we are doing.
Yeah, we are doing it. To nail the guys that were involved with it. And it's always about following the money and the timeline. You know, there is a timeline to every event that happens here on Earth. Whether it be a catastrophic event or a disaster or a thing by Mother Nature, there's always a timeline that you can go back to and find where it started. Where did the thing start? 9/11 started back in the 30s.
Otra vez en español.
Oh, geez, my Spanish is not that good. I can't speak Spanish that well.
Can't. My God.
I'm terrible.
Wait a minute.
I'll get us in trouble.
Jose. I'm sorry.
I flunked Spanish in high school. That's how bad it is. When I grew up in Roswell, the teachers made us speak English, which is good for me, you know. But my Spanish just sucks. Sorry. I'll try.
Okay.
Vamos a hacer la película de 9/11, 9/11, en una manera que nunca se ha hecho. I hope I said it right. Y esta película va a salir tan pronto que la hacemos yo y Anthony. Él es el star. He's the star of the film.
No.
I'm just directing it.
And he knows how to direct
Maybe
films.
she can translate. ¿Puedes traducir en español por mí? Can you translate in Spanish for me? No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, listen, we're having some problems, but you know, we've got a guy over here in the other side of the room who's going to join us right now. His name is Gary Richard Arnold.
Right.
Gary Richard Arnold, come in.
Okay, well, I'll let you guys go.
No, you're not going to let us go.
Oh.
We got you in. Come over here and sit here. Gary, sit over here.
Oh, we're running off this beautiful young lady?
No, we're not going to run her off. She's gorgeous. She's not, you know.
She's a sweetheart.
Gary.
So, that was a drop in good looks.
Oh, right.
A drop in good looks,
No, it's very good. Very good.
Hey, come back.
You're in this film.
Yeah.
A major part. Put that up next.
Yeah, well, what we've got now this time, we've got not only, we knew the weapon they were using for a long time. We knew the operation that they were doing. We could see the death dumps coming from the airplanes that are military force in style. I mean, this is calculated, massive, and huge. We've had the confirmation, even for the doubters, from the United USA Today May 12th newspaper, where they identified all the troops in the Middle East being decimated. 11% of every troop member of the armed forces has pulmonary problems because of so-called toxic dust. And this dust is the same elements that they're using in the chemtrails. But in addition to that, we got the culprits. We got Evergreen, we got Mitre, which is an organization operated out of McLean, Virginia, which is the headquarters of the CIA. It's run by the head of the former CIA, James Schlesinger. The people on the board of directors include such people from the Federal Reserve as Paul Volcker, one of the founding members of the Trilateral Commission. We've got the PR firm for Evergreen International, which is one of the contractees doing these death dumps, is WPP, and that's headed by Philip Lader, another member of the CFR that used to work under Leon Panetta, who's the president of the CIA.
Wait a minute. The CFR isn't the CIA the enforcement arm of the CFR?
It's the killer team. It's a secret operation of them working throughout the United States. In fact, you trace it back to Skull and Bones, which everybody knows is the core of the Central Intelligence Agency, from Herbert Walker Bush. Then you look at the members of the Skull and Bones. David Boron runs the University of Oklahoma, which trains Interpol, the Department of Justice, the FBI, the CIA. This is the heart of the conspiracy. We're right down to the Illuminati inside the United States.
Do you know who Jose is? Have you ever met him before?
No.
You know how many films he's made?
This is the first.
The first film?
First time that I've met him.
First time you met him. Is it you're a virgin making films?
No, I've been in the film business for 35 years.
How many films have you been involved in?
I have, over the 35 years as a film editor, all right? Over 200, 300 films, TV shows, pilots.
200 to 300 films.
Yeah, TV shows,
We're talking
pilots.
about some people coming in from around the world. There's a lady back here. Come in closer.
Right now I've produced 12, I have 12 movies under my belt now as a producer-director.
12 movies.
12 films, yeah.
Have you ever watched Blood In, Blood Out with...
Absolutely.
I've got a friend of mine who has done very well as an actor, and he's in our movie Frankenfed, along with Gary. In fact, Gary's in so damn many movies. When I leave here, I don't have any way home, so I'm going to have to be given a ride and maybe down to the Santa Cruz, and we're going to do another piece.
He looks like I've seen him on Law and Order.
Yeah.
He could pass for one of those attorneys.
He was the criminal.
Well, yeah, a serial killer.
What's the name of Jan Mansfield's daughter that works in that? Clarissa or something?
Clarissa Hargitay.
What is it?
Hargitay.
Hargitay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
She's
excellent
gorgeous.
actress.
Beautiful.
So just between you guys, just keeping it sort of a conversation between you, and put up the mic so we can
Get it
hear
closer.
How serious is this problem?
Well,
If we don't attend to it now.
They've stepped it up. This is a killing, and people are coming back. It's the only reason why USA Today had to address it, because our forces overseas are coming back. They've never been shot. They've never been involved in firefights.
Wow.
And they're claiming that this has the same syndrome as the post-traumatic disorder, according to the scientists that reported on this article in USA Today. It is a killing operation that's taking us down one by one. Each person has a little bit different resistance, so you're able to go into the hospital.
Yeah, but we're talking about reduction of the population's planet by how much?
They want to take out about, about 80%.
80% minimum.
Yeah,
You get to
minimum.
guys like Ted Turner that gave $1 billion to the UN. He talks about 300
Bill
million.
Gates and all of them.
Bill Gates is.
Ted Gunderson is in the hospital right now.
Really? What happened to him?
He's got cancer, my friend.
Jeez.
And, he's living with cancer, and
Wow.
people are trying to throw bombs into our campaign, and
Son of a gun.
we need you to join us. We need you to join aircrap.org, commoncrime.net, our England UK, because we've got to save the Brits, otherwise they're going to pull down the rest of Europe, because the EU is Hitler's dream come true.
Yeah.
It isn't, that's not fiction. It's a matter of fact.
What's different with this movie you've got is it doesn't just show the fish going belly up and the birds dropping from the sky. We've seen the symptoms. There's no question of the execution, the massive execution going on worldwide. What we've got is the culprits. We've traced it to the damn bastards that are doing it to us. We've got the operation.
That's what Jose is talking about. He's talking about getting to the bottom line.
Yeah.
Who are these sons of bitches that are doing this stuff to us?
Right. When I do the 9/11 film with Anthony here, I'm going to focus on the timeline. Who benefited from 9/11? It goes way back to Babylonian times. Did you know that?
This core has been with us.
Way back. When the two towers went down, it was the Towers of Babel. And it was a message that was put out for the Illuminati, to the Illuminati by the people that did this corrupt thing. And, you know, I'll name them, you know, the Bush families in it, Cheney, all of them. They're all deep in the water, in the mud.
Cheney and Bush and Obama?
Rumsfeld. And when you follow the money trail and the people, the characters that were involved, not only in 9/11 but also in the JFK assassination, Robert Kennedy assassination, Martin Luther King. When you start putting together the characters,
people at this conference are saying,
you've heard of that movie.
Ken Gutterson and I are involved in that.
You've heard of that movie, The Usual Suspects?
Yes.
All right. These guys all show up all the way down back to when Prescott Bush, who is George Herbert Walker Bush's father, wanted to overthrow the American government and turn it into a fascist Nazi state, which we've been fascist.
Wait a minute, Jose.
Since way back when.
Is this the same guy who financed Adolf Hitler through Brown Brothers Harriman?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, George.
They were
Walker
planning
Bush.
in '38. They were planning to have a coup.
And that's the guy
take
that
over
Ronald
America.
Wilson just saying no to drugs. Mr. 666, Ronald Wilson Reagan.
Reagan, yeah.
He's the guy that brought in George Herbert Walker Bush. Gary Richard Arnold and I were
Reluctantly, he brought him in.
No, I don't think so. We were in a town called Detroit at that convention.
I thought he
We
said
knew that he was going to be brought in. We bet that he was going to, and they wanted to kill us because we were making this wild, crazy assertion. And what was it? The good guys were walking out of that arena.
And the CIA walked in. They had
guys
red
were
ties,
coming
and
in with
they
red ties.
red and burgundy ties, and they made the difference in that Sunday. It was already done. Ronald Reagan had met that Friday before with Nelson Rockefeller. He's sitting there. They're sharing a dessert together.
And wasn't he a member of the United World Federalists for 13 years?
He was on their letterhead as a member of the United
and wanted
World
to bring in a
Federalists.
new world government.
He was run by Cord Meyer, ahead of the United World Federalist and CIA and OSS and all the rest of them. And Cord Meyer's daughter, married Skull and Bones. You're talking about Rumsfeld. He was at the earliest of the Bilderberger meetings.
Mm-hmm.
The Bilderberger Society was put together. You go back to it, and you had the Bundy brother involved, which was Skull and Bones. Every place, everywhere. And you're talking about this going deep into history. All these organizations, such as the Bohemian Club, the Skull and Bones, they get into the occult and they draw from that aspect.
Yeah.
While most people that are religious think that, well, these people can't possibly be religious. Even atheists, might deny a God. But the enemy really takes on of the devil and adopts their slogans and their mantras.
It's not. They're like cockroaches. It's not what they eat and take away. It's what they get into and they screw up. That's the problem. And you do editing. Can you take a tape like this and edit it?
Absolutely.
You can?
Yeah.
Would you take a tape like this and edit it?
Sure.
We're going to give it to you.
All right.
We'd like to see just how powerful the media is.